the solution.
YouTube, what's going on? Solution for Kicks on Instagram as well. You know how to spell it. But remember, always comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification button. So, same gear. Don't worry about it. I'm clean. I'm always fresh. But this video is about the solution. Tell us, what sneaker would you wear when you're out and about, maybe on a date, maybe you just want to go out and just chill for a minute. But should my outfit complement the time of the year? As we all know, the rule of thumb is no whites after Labor Day, if you so choose. That's not a hard rule for me. But depending on the place in the world you live in, it may be frowned upon if you do that. However, more muted colors in the fall. But one of the more popular colorways is that wheat, that harvest gold, if you will, whatever you want to call it, that dark tan brown color on most shoes is like generally accepted across the board, and it started with the Timberland. So I'm going to give you some sneaker options that you may want to look at while you're out and about. Maybe out on a date with your lady, or you're just out hanging out with the fellas, or you're just doing your thing, but you want to feel like my sneaker game, my shoe game, because I'm going to talk about other shoes besides sneakers, is on point and it fits the season. I'm not looking too crazy out here. Choice is yours, but wear what you want to wear. These are just my suggestions and how I go about it from a sneaker OG's perspective. So let's get into it. Start off with something light. All right, you got the Saucony Fair Play collaboration right here, and you got some nice tan with some beige in there. Fits the time of the year, and I think these are dope. A lot of quality was placed in these. Got these for the low. I think I was like $39, $29 from Foot Action. If you can find these go great with dark denim. And that's the thing, the time of the year, if you're gonna be rocking some dark denim, a lot of these colors will work for you. So the Saucony Fair Play, a very affordable sneaker if you can find online. Also, these are starting to show up on Amazon as well. Very comfortable if you're out and about walking, taking a stroll, you know, just talking about things, you know, if you're out with your significant other, whoever it may be. Saucony Fair Play. Next up, a sneaker that does not get a lot of love because basically it is a reboot to help out the Jordan 2. And these are the Pythons. This particular colorway works because it is sail. It also works in the summertime, in the spring as well. And this, you know, Python snake-like replication they put on there, it really gives it a nice flair. And the leather on here is incredible. Trust me. If you have not stumbled across these for about $29 at Ross or wherever I got mine from the clearance store out in Hillsboro, Nike clearance store for around, I think $29, $40, something like that. I got them for the low. It's in one of my videos, my first ever on foot. But these speak class, and they're going to look fresh with your denim or a type of khaki cargo looking you know, type of pants, you know, joggers, a tan jogger. These still gonna look fresh. A black jean works with these as well because of the sock line. Nike Python. All right. Now you're saying the solution. You got a white Air Force One. This is more of a summertime sneaker, but I would say this is a versatile sneaker because the Vachetta, you know, you got the removable tongue label right there, and on the back, if you show this off properly and display it, this sneaker works regardless. It's a Nike white Air Force One low, so it works with anything. This is a very versatile sneaker. You can't go wrong with this. This is straight up simplicity, and you're going to look fresh. And this also is the LVO 8 series, so the leather is higher quality on there. It's got some tumblers right there. Check that out. All right, look at the grain. But wear your sneakers. I do. I'm going to try to infuse some energy into the sneaker. I'm going to wear this sneaker. All right, so you got the Jordan 6 wheat right here, and I did the video about, you know, the sneakers you regret buying or why haven't you worn those yet, and this is one of them. This is one of the sneakers that I just did not get around to wearing, and you're going to see why when the shoes coming up, why I did not wear this sneaker yet. I have so many options because I love this color, because it reminds me of a boot that I'm going to be showing shortly. but this works with your tans and everything. This is a very versatile sneaker. You can wear this with a lot of things. I cannot believe that this sneaker just hung around like this, and now you can find it for like $79 if you're lucky enough. But they are selling because of that, and people held off. I think it's wise, and also think it was disrespectful at the same time. But anyway, the Jordan 6 Golden Harvest, the Week 6s, if you whatever you want to call them, still a very dope sneaker. And yes, I'm going to wear those eventually. Next up, another disrespected sneaker right here. You have the Wheat Ones. These were quick strike. I felt like these weren't going to be around for a while, so I ran out and got them. I did not get a discount on them, and these sneakers have dropped all the way down to $79 as well. They popped up at outlets, but this is a dope sneaker. I think people are going to be grabbing them now. If I'm not mistaken, my man Trey said these are selling again if you can find them, because of the time of the year that they're coming out. And these were released at the proper time of the year. I said that in the video I just released, that Nike and Jordan brand sometimes has some wild colors coming out in a time of the year that's not indicative of a style you might wear during that time of the year. But I like these. It also comes with a regular sneaker lacing option. I kept the corded laces in there for the boot rugged effect. You can't go wrong with a gun bottom. These are just dope, and trust me, dark denim, you got a banger. Jordan 1 Wheats. Now, rolling into the prelude for one of my favorite pairs of sneakers, you have rolling into one of my favorite pairs of sneakers, you have the Air Force One Wheat Low, and these are dead stock, just like the Jordan 1 Retro Wheats. They have the corded laces, and I'll say again, these are not boots, people. These are not low-cut boots. These are not insulated. Nike has marketed them as such, but your feet will freeze. Trust me. All right, there's no insulation in these. It's just the colorway, because they're taking the flavor from a boot I'm going to show you shortly. Jordan 1 Wheat goes with a lot of stuff. Very versatile colorway. Gum bottom, corded laces. Fire. Now, one of my favorite sneakers, and you can see I told you guys I was beating on these. Now I have the camera set up, and you can see the detailing in there. See, they're starting to crease. See that? See right there? Yeah. Because I was rocking these. I wore these home back in May of last year, and I think I only took my Timbs and these, and I was wearing the crap out of these. So I started creasing them a little bit. I had to sit them down because I didn't want to tear these up, because these are very popular. And I missed out on the mids. I don't know. Hopefully they released the mids this year. I haven't seen anything on it. I saw a sneaker release. Maybe it just wasn't a popular sneaker that they were checking for at the moment. But I do want a pair of mids. I might buy another pair of these so I can beat these up and keep the other ones fresh. Just like I used to do my Uptown ones, the Forces. But this color right here, these are fire. Once again, this is not a boot, everyone. There's no extra insulation in here. Your feet are going to freeze. Do not call these boots. These are sneakers. And as we segue into the boots, I'm going to talk about a shoe that does not get a style of shoe that does not get a whole lot of love, because either it's too high end or you're too young to really understand the versatility of the sneaker and how it can get you into certain places without violating the dress code, and that is the designer sneaker. And we're talking about affordable designer sneakers right here. I'm not into crack you in the head because you're a hype beast and you want some Balenciagas or something like that, because you can look fresh on a budget with quality. And right here you have the Kenneth Cole Down and Up. This sneaker actually retailed for $189, believe it or not, and I had to wait because people were buying this sneaker. You got some nylon with some leather and some rubber right here, and this sneaker is really clean. I actually have an outfit that was designed around this sneaker, and as you can see, you want that tongue to be shown. And these are fresh, man. I'm telling you, these are insane. But I will say, if you can find these, if they re-release these again, go a half size higher, because mine are a little snug. But I get compliments on these every time I wear them because they look really expensive, and it's got some good materials in here. It's got this velour type liner, if you can see that. And one thing about Kenneth Cole, you got to understand, they have two lines. You have the Kenneth Cole reaction line, and you have the Kenneth Cole signature line, the New York line, better quality, but sometimes it's not as comfortable. It's got the wax lacings on there for particular style, but do keep that in mind. If you see reaction, the sneaker is normally a little bit more comfortable, where the signature New York line looks, in my opinion, looks better, but not as comfortable. Grown man fresh. Chemical down and up. Moving right along, I'm going to talk about a boot that you must have depending on the part of the country that you live in. And I make jokes about this all the time. So all my Texas people, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. The polo boot. All right. Not expensive and not cheap. All right. If you catch these at the right time, you can particularly find a good looking polo boot for about $59, $69. This one was running me around $79 back in Maryland. I got these in Maryland, and actually I got 50% off the other one. I found it in a Finish Line. But you can't go wrong if you're in Texas with the polo boot, and they treat their polo boots like Timberlands like we do on the East Coast. You'll see guys wearing this boot all the time. 100-degree weather, they want to go someplace, you dress up in Texas, you got polo on, you're fresh. Everybody's going to love you. That's just the way it is. I'm joking. I'm also being serious. I like polo. I do. But here, they they really love it. But this is fresh right here. This is the Damien. I knew it was a name for these. This is a Damien style of the polo boot. I don't like the wheat and black version with the wheat on the duck toe right here. Or the black on the duck toe and the rest of the toe, because I have Timberlands. I think that's redundant. I think it's a pretty much play on Timberlands, and I want to have my Timberlands look like they're supposed to do their own thing. With the Damien boot, you can find these a lot of different places, depending on the quality that you're going for. You know, you can get them for the low, or you can get beat over the head. But Macy's also runs sales on these as well. But this is a durable boot. Your foot is going to be okay in Texas winters because it does not get brutally cold. My feet were cold in Maryland when I wore those. Yeah, I wore them down at the Inner Harbor. If you're from Baltimore, you know what I'm talking about. And the wind was blowing, and these weren't helping me out too much. So, polo boot. As I roll into the Timberland, this is a chocolate wheat Timberland. You see the dust on it. Oh boy, yeah. Just to show you, hey, you know something? Let me back up for a second. Shout out to everybody that viewed my Timberland video. All right, shout out to everybody that viewed. I have a lot of pairs of Timberlands, and I just picked out 2. All right, in the next one, you're going to see something really interesting I'm going to talk about with the next iteration. But you have these chocolate Tims right here, and guess how old these are, people? These are about 22 years old. No lie. I got these as a gift, and look at the sole. Look at the sole. Chocolate Tims. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. You got a little stitching pop right there, nothing major. The laces are popping right there. I've actually went and looked for these laces and I can't find the exact color, but there's nothing wrong with the boot overall. But can't go wrong. Chocolate Tims, these go with a lot. You gotta have flavor, and guess what? Here in Texas, these go on sale quite a bit because it's so warm, and people look at this like, man, these are too hot. Next one. The true OG of the casual boot game right here. It was a work boot. Now this is a pretty much a purely fashion boot right here. And around 91, 92 on the East Coast, these took off. DOS effects. Mobb Deep, you name it. Championed the Timberland boot. We came out of the high tech area with the roughneck and Naughty by Nature. They were doing the high tech thing, and we got into the Timberland, the wheat Timberland. Now they're going for upwards of $239. You're going to see a video I'm going to release later where I get these for $152, legit, tax free. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But you cannot go wrong with this boot at any time of the year. Pretty much any time of the year, you could pull these out and you're going to be all right, depending on the part of the country and you understand culture. Now, let me explain something to you. And I said it in my Timberland video that's getting a lot of views because I think it's a time of the year rolling around. People are looking up Timbs, see what people got to say about it. Drake. Drake is the reason why Timberlands are now over $200, because a section of America did not understand why another section of America were wearing these as a casual boot. But with Drake being a mainstream artist and, you know, got commercial and all that stuff, this is around 2012, 2013, the price of Timbs went up. Normally they were like $169. They jumped over the $200 mark because mainstream America realized they can make money. But these are my go-tos. I have 3 pairs. These are my more dead stock version right here. They look better. I protected them. I have 2 other pairs. One is a step down from here, but still rockable. The other pair, if something happens to them, I won't be upset because I've had those for about 16, 17 years. And these, I got these in 2014. Look at them. Peep it. All right. So that concludes my video on sneakers and shoes, period, that might pique your interest in the colorways that you might want to rock in the fall. When you're out, you're going out on dates, you're hanging out, and you want your shoes to be indicative of the time of the season. You don't wear something all white, which you could. All white sneakers are still okay. All right, believe it or not. I'm not trying to tell you what to wear. This is just a suggestion in my point of view. But like I said, it's not about how much the sneakers cost. It's why did you pay that much? And I'm out of here. Boom.
The solution.